Hi guys, this is Resurrected Mods. As promised, I would bring you my three-man barbarian team on Faction Wars. This is stage 21. The reason I didn't record the whole fight is, as you can see, it's gonna be 20 minutes long, maybe even 22 minutes long. I don't know how long it'll be, uh, but in no point of this fight has it been in jeopardy. War Maiden has always been healthy. She died a couple of times, but you got Skill of the Drakes that'll bring her back up and heal her, and it works like a charm. It's not fast by any means. It's not fast at all, but it gets the job done, and that just goes to show you how easy you can beat stage 21 and 20 with just 3 free champions. Yes, these 3 champions are free. High Katoon is a login. War Maiden, you can get her from campaign. And Skill of the Drakes, you get from login. So here we are approaching 21 minutes, and she's gonna drop any time now. Alrighty, let's see. Yep. Alright, so wow, wow. I'm gonna get a screenshot of that for the thumbnail. That was probably stupid, but oh well. Let's see. So we got 4 million in heals from skill. That's actually pretty crazy. War Maiden doing a little bit of damage. High Katoon doing a little bit of damage. But skill is definitely putting in the work. But yeah, let's just go look at the builds, and then you know what? While we're here, I'll go ahead and run stage 20. And talk about this team a little bit, although there's not a whole lot to talk about actually. Um, but basically, you're relying on skill to stun. Um, War Maiden is just bringing in a little bit of decreased defense, allow you to DPS the team down, and High Katoon is just bringing in speed. She isn't relentless, so she's gonna keep the team moving. And she has a little bit of turn meter control as well. And this run isn't exactly the fastest either. It's probably around 2 to 3 minutes, I would say. Um, and this second round, I'm actually going to target Maneater when it pops up.
Emotional damage.
Did I click the wrong run? No, I actually didn't. I'm used to stage 21 where you go against Maneater. But we'll target her so she doesn't throw her shield up. Hopefully, yep, we get this done. And it's going to be pretty much on lock. Paragon's going to throw up unkillable on somebody, but it's okay. Yeah, unkillable on her, so we'll be alright. And we stun everybody. Sometimes you have to take this off of auto because the team moves so fast that you actually end up not letting the other team take a turn, and it just kind of becomes a loop. But you did take a turn, so we'll get there. And we're going to target her first because she's the most annoying as far as the shield, the block debuffs, and the revives. And good, we got her stunned. As you can see, skill is doing an amazing job at keeping everybody stunned. And then once we take her down, it's pretty easy going from here. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say. And I do have skill on a stun set, so she is able to stun on her A1 as well. So that's a nice little added bonus. This is probably bare minimum once I show you guys the builds. I don't know how much less of a build that you could do for these 3 champions to get away with it. On stage 21, it takes quite a while on the waves and to kill the 2 people that are helping the boss on stage 21. So if you built these people any less, I don't know that it would work. but you could definitely try. Once I show you guys the builds, you can kind of have a baseline to go off of and say, okay, we know for sure this works. Let's see if we can get by with a little bit less. But I know for sure this works 100% of the time. I've ran probably 3 or 4 stage 21 fights, and the same with stage 20. So as you can see, around the 3 minute mark, again, not the fastest, but definitely not the slowest. And you're rocking a 3-man team with a level 50. But yeah, let's go in and let's look at the builds. Let's see here. I don't want to buy anything. Thank you very much. Skill. We'll start with skill since she's the first one I found. Like I said, I have her in a stun set. She does have pretty good survivability stats, and I tried to sneak a little bit of damage in there. If I were to redo this, I would probably get rid of the crit rate and try to sneak in more resist to handle the stage 21 fears and freezes. But it still works, as you've seen at the very beginning of the video. But if that's just me, if I were to change it, I would take out the crit rate and give her a little bit more resist. Again, these are not early game builds. You are going to have fairly good gear to get this. The masteries, I just went with the fearsome presence, which increases the chances of placing stun from skills or artifacts by 5%, so she greatly benefits from that. And then I just went down to sniper and spirit haste and everything else. Spirit haste you don't really need, but I was trying to grab sniper. But yeah, that's the masteries that I chose for skill, and as you can see, it works very well. As far as books go, you definitely need her A2 book down to a 3-turn cooldown. Her revive, not so much. I wasn't in a position to where I was having to revive every 4 turns. But if you're able to get by with just booking the A2, you can probably do that. And her A1 doesn't necessarily need to be booked either. And then let's go down to Haikatoon. So Haikatoon, like I said, I have her in Relentless. And I'm just rocking a little bit of survivability stats. No damage on her whatsoever, with a good amount of accuracy and an okay amount of resist. It's not going to resist the fears and freezes on stage 21. But I think this is just what I ended up with. But yeah, that's Haikatoon as far as masteries. I don't have any masteries on her. And I do have her fully booked, but really all you need is her A2, which is fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% and places a 30% increased speed buff on all allies by 2 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. The A3 does help with the chance of decreasing turn meter. It's not a crazy turn meter skill, as you can see. Let's see, 75% chance of decreasing by 15%. So you're not going to be decreasing the turn meter a whole lot, but anything helps better than nothing. And her A1 just has a chance of placing decreased speed. Cruelty is not necessary. I just put it on her because it helps DPS a wave down a little bit faster because she is in Relentless. And she does have an AoE, so she is going to be decreasing their defense more often than not. And then let's see if we can find a War Maiden. And War Maiden is not built very good at all. As you can see here, 1800 defense with 38,000 HP, 200 speed with no damage, and enough accuracy to land her decreased defense. That's it. Nothing crazy. And I don't have masteries on her. As far as the skills, the only thing that you need booked on her is her A3, her AoE decreased defense. Her A2 and her A1 make no difference at all. I was just unfortunate when I was booking her, and I had to use almost every single book just to book her down. But yeah, that's pretty much the video, guys. It's short and sweet. It's a 3-man barbarian faction wars 21-20. You can do all the stages. It's very comfortable too. You're not anywhere near dying. Like completely. War Maiden does drop, but your whole team stays healthy for the most part. And but yeah, I will see you guys on the next one, and I hope this helped you guys build a Barbarian Faction Wars team. Now that you can see what you can get away with and how much you can depend on skill of the Drakes. So I will see you guys on the next one.